Now a party election broadcast by the UK Independence Party.
Hello, I'm Brian Otridge. I've led a nomadic existence through my life with a career in the Royal Air Force and the defence industry. But I've returned to live here to stand for the UK Independence Party in the general election for Southend West. In this video, we'll travel around the constituency so we can illustrate some of the problems that we believe Southend West faces and how UKIP can help solve them. The Leigh fishing fleet has suffered at the hands of the European Union with their one-size-fits-all rules and regulations and quotas. The quota for skate, in fact, is so restrictive that it's driving ships out of the industry. And one ship landed 8% of the annual quota in one trip. The Abbey Lou here, however, is being taken out of active fishing service because of it. Meanwhile, the quota for Dover sole is generous, but there's another problem because of that. The EU has contributed funding for the new London Gateway port, but the dredging of the Thames estuary to enable access by deep-sea vessels has wrecked the breeding grounds of the Dover sole and other species. Fishermen are lucky to catch just one fish. This road illustrates the real problem with Britain being in the EU, uncontrolled mass immigration. Britain's infrastructure is at breaking point, starting with housing. And this road illustrates the problem, with countless houses being converted into flats, around 30% in this road, and parked cars pack the streets. And in compact towns like Southend, there's not much room for development, so carbuncles like this get built, spoiling the character of the town. And this particular block in Leigh replaced a community centre which was valued by local residents, and UKIP wants to see them have a much greater say in such planning decisions. And all these extra people are putting pressure on services like education, transport and healthcare. We've all found difficulty in booking GP appointments and long waits in A&E. The government target is for 95% of people to be seen within 4 hours, and on average only 90% is being achieved. UKIP will put an extra £3 billion a year into the NHS. As more people crowd into our town, the roads get fuller and fuller. Congestion is getting worse and buses get snarled up in it as well. Spaces to park are getting scarcer and the quality of life reduces. And public transport isn't a solution for everyone. As the roads fill up, so do the railways, with the existing track and trains at their maximum capacity. Okay, the railway companies take out seats to make more room, but standing in a train into central London is no fun for an hour. And Southend has a different kind of commuter as well. Grammar school children coming from all over Essex and central London. About 70% of Southend's grammar school children come from outside the borough. This is unfair for Southend's school children, not giving them full access to the benefits of grammar education, which those in Essex and London are strictly denied. UKIP's policy is for a grammar school in every town, providing opportunities for bright children all over the country. And the pressure is on in comprehensives as well, where Southend's schools are having to build temporary classrooms and seek budgets for more teachers. And there's another service under pressure, our energy supply. This London Road retail park used to be the site of Southend's municipal power station, generating power locally for Southend people using home-produced fuel, coal. In Southend, we are threatened with wind turbines here on Two Tree Island. They are very inefficient, rarely producing peak operating output, and on a cold, dark, windless winter's night, they produce nothing. Meanwhile, we close down coal, oil and gas power stations while we pay more and more for our energy.
UKIP has a complete portfolio of policies, but leaving the EU is central to them all, enabling us, for example, to discard the EU's common fisheries policy and restore our fishing fleets with common sense rules. We want to be able to implement sensible border and immigration controls to only allow into our country new immigrants who have something to offer us and who can earn their keep. That way we can plan the services we all need: transport, health, housing and so on, and schooling. On health, only UK citizens will qualify for free healthcare. Those from overseas must have private health insurance. The NHS is safe in UKIP's hands. With a grammar school in every town, we want to offer equality of opportunity across the whole country and to scrap tuition fees for maths, science, engineering and medical degrees. On energy, UKIP wants to reduce your energy bills by restoring cheap but clean oil, coal and gas power stations in the short term, while investing in the longer term in nuclear and subsidy-free and truly efficient renewables. Vote for me in the general election and I will work hard to help achieve these objectives.